video here. Got lean tissue. No weights here. That's why cyclists don't do weights, because if you put on too much upper body muscle, it adds to weight on the climbs. That's why you ride these lightweight carbon bikes where the frames are like 900 grams and you want to put on muscle on the upper body. It makes no sense at all. So I stay away from heavy weights so I can stay as skinny as possible for cycling. Another quick tip here, when you're cutting zip ties, to save plastic, here's a little zip tie, cable tie, whatever you call it, cut it before the head, don't cut it on the head. So then we can just pull that out there, like that, and we can use it again. Alright, so then we put it in, you can put a knife in there with your fingernail, open it up again, or if you're going to cut it, don't cut the head off, cut the tail, and then you can recycle again. Saves people using zip ties over and over. Let's give my bike a quick clean. Do you need to have probiotics? A lot of people sell you probiotics in the raw food world, but it's a joke. It's a joke. The reason why they have to sell you that stuff is that the diet they promote is just so high in fat that your healthy bacteria is just getting starved. It's just getting starved. So you have to take the probiotics so you can have some sort of digestion going on there. So the reason why we don't sell probiotics is that we don't promote a diet that is high in fat. Because when you're eating a lot of fat, you're going to feel shit. You're going to have bloating, your gut's all heavy, and your healthy bacteria is going to be... there's basically two entry types of bacteria in the human body, main two, protovella and bacteroid. So if you're eating a diet high in carbohydrate, you're going to have the protovellous type, and if you're eating a diet high in fat and protein, you're going to have more the bacteroid type, both of which have different things going on there. So my tip is eat a diet that's high in carbohydrates. Obviously fruit being the best carbohydrate for your body and for your healthy bacteria flora. And that's why we don't need to use any probiotics, because we eat a healthy diet. We eat a diet high in carbohydrate, low in fat. If you're eating a lot of nut butters and nut cheeses, then yeah, you're going to have a lot of heavy guts, man. People ask me, Harley, why don't you do juice fasting and that? Why don't you into that? And it's like, well, I don't eat the heavy stuff anymore. Because that stuff just does not work. It doesn't work. It gets you all greased up and gunky inside, You want to have clean carbohydrate, high carb diet, high octane. And so probiotics are a gimmick, really. They're a gimmick, and they're people's... I can hear some people say, but Harley, what about, if you grew up on antibiotics? Hey, man. I was one of the sickest kids in school. I was always on antibiotics, amoxicillin, penicillin, etc., etc. That's why one of the reasons why my teeth are so yellow, just permanent staining from antibiotics. Amoxicillin just rips your enamel off your teeth. So, I don't take probiotics, man. You don't need to. Even though I grew up very unhealthy on a lot of antibiotics, but my digestion now is just incredible because I eat well. If you eat well, your probiotics are going to be at healthy levels and a healthy bacteria type. If you're eating a diet poor in simple carbohydrates, then yeah, your body can't thrive, it can't function optimally. That's why people who go on these low fruit, low carb, low sugar diets have such a problem with the probiotic issues, digestion. Nuts, one of the hardest plant foods to digest, followed by oil. And then you have people, the dog's taking a dump over there. Then you have people, no, I won't show you that. Then you have people who are telling you live on oil and nuts and buy our probiotic blend. So there's no reason to have them, man. I grew up on antibiotics. I don't take probiotics. My digestion is incredible. Incredible digestion, incredible energy levels without the crackau, without the caffeine. I know some people that drink, 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day, because if they don't have that, they just can't function. And they're eating a diet just too low in simple sugars. Not enough. Too much fat, too much protein, just can't function properly and need stimulants to get through the day. Probiotics, absolute gimmick. Absolute gimmick. What you do is you say, don't eat a fruit diet, eat lots of nut butters and live on green juice, and then buy my probiotic. Because when you're having a lot of nuts, everyone knows you get nut gut. You know, it's like you swallowed a brick of cashew cheese or whatever. So you're having that, and then you think, oh, I feel so shit. Like, oh my god, like I need some energy. Okay, give me some cacao. Oh, my gut's like, my bloating, it just looks terrible. Give me some probiotics and maybe try and help that. But it doesn't really, does it? It's just a symptom masker. It's like a band-aid. It doesn't treat the cause, it addresses the symptom. So you're always better off eating that high carb diet. So probiotics, gimmick. And they're always sold by people who don't promote the high carb lifestyle, isn't it? Isn't that always interesting? Go to someone's website and see what they sell and what they teach. Easy. Doesn't make people bad people or whatever. I'm not saying that, you know, people out there like, I mean, there's some people out there who know better, like McCullough and David Wolf. They know better. They're just dollar hungry people. And then there's people like Dan the Man and that who just, Dan's still a noob. You know, I rate Dan, he's a great guy, but he's still a noob. He doesn't, like, he's trying to live on cucumber juice and shit, like, and I don't know what Dan's eating to make him want to just fast every second week. He has to do some sort of cleanse. It's like, when you eat and living healthy, you don't want to cleanse anymore because your lifestyle becomes the cleanse. So guys like Dan selling probiotics, he's just a noob. He's just trying to learn his way, and that's fair enough. But there's a lot of guys out there who, you know, just the multi-millionaires like McCullough and Dave Wolf and Matt Monarch and all those crew. Just nonsense. So some people out there selling probiotics because they genuinely believe it and they're just feeling sick, they're eating too much gunk and they need some sort of thing, little stimulant or whatever. There's people out there who know it's just a gimmick. No, it's just a gimmick, like Corona and that. It's gimmick. There's so many gimmicks out there. And people want to buy gimmicks. They want to buy gimmicks. People, I can understand why there's so many snake oil sellers out there, because there's so many suckers out there who don't want to learn fundamentals. They don't want to learn fundamentals. They just want to buy shit. And it's the same in the cycling industry. People just want to buy things and think that's going to make the difference. They don't want to do the hard work. They don't want to do the training. They don't want to get a power meter and learn how to train properly. They're like, no, like, I want to buy a pair of $5,000 wheels or whatever. Or just spend money on things that aren't really necessary. Fundamentals is what you got to learn. So probiotics, just gimmick. A gimmick that's all too popular in the health world. And they make a lot of money, you know what I mean? They make people a lot of money, because if you're selling those things, man, they're normally coming out of China or India, and they're just so cheap to make. They're so cheap to make. And I actually rang up the company that Dan sells for, NCP, Natural Choice Products, and I contacted them and said, do you have an ingredients list for your product? And normally, if you write to Coca-Cola and say what's in your product, they'll tell you. They'll give you an ingredients list. So I contacted Natural Choice Products and said, what's in your stuff? And they wrote back and said, why do you want to know? And I'm like, hang on, I wrote back, I'm actually, because I'm a health person, I'm into health, and I like to know what I'm putting in my body. And then they wrote back and said, sorry, we can't tell you what's in our products. It's a secret. It's proprietary blend, meaning our products are full of shit and we don't want you to tell you the truth. So I wrote back and said, okay, fair enough. Do your products contain animal products? And they wrote, no animal products in any of our product. But I'm like, and then I wrote back, bullshit, because you sell whey protein and you sell other things that got pig pancreatic enzymes in there. They didn't write back after that. So be warned, a lot of companies out there are actually not in your best intention. They're actually just money-making scams, man. So be careful of who you invest your money with and who you trust with your health, because a lot of people out there don't really give a fuck about you and they just want your money. They're always selling you something. Buy this, buy that, join this club. Just sell. What do we sell you? I've got a $2 audio book out. That's the only thing I've ever sold in my life in the health world. Australia's got an ebook out there. That's all we're going to sell you, is maybe 1 or 2 books for your entire life. We might promote a couple of people, but we don't even get any money back from it. Recently promote Kevin, and because he's a great guy and he's starting up. So we'll use our social media base to promote these people with zero financial gain for ourselves, just because we've seen them coming up and we want to give them a head start. So that's we don't want your money like that. We don't want your money. Buy our book. Give us $30 out of your whole life. Buy our book one day, and that's all you need to do. We don't sell monthly consumables because they're just bullshit. They're a gimmick, They're a gimmick. But hey, that's just us. Nothing personal against anyone else. Just sharing my opinion. That's all it is, and that's all it is, man. So probiotics, gimmick. Eat a high carb diet. Get the early nights. Get some sport. Get some sunshine, and just get amongst it. Get fit. Get off the caffeine. Get off the cacao, and these things that just ruin your health. Because otherwise, you just get caught in a trap of gimmicks and fads. Alright, I'm going to get back to this bike. Thanks for watching. Post your comments and questions down below. We don't want your money. We want to educate you with health fundamentals and fitness fundamentals. Thanks for watching. Thanks for support. 28 million views today. Awesome.